Good evening, everybody. I want to give a quick update on the game because this is a small but funny feature that I have been working on the game. Well, I can't say I've been working on it for like a year and a half because I did kind of abandon the game for about a year and 3 months. And then so for the past 3 months, I've been working on this feature. So I'm going to show it in a small context at first and then in a larger context. So what I have done is I have created the little objects. So if you remember, because I'm sure none of you downloaded the game that I had uploaded. So the feature basically is the little objects on the map that you could actually walk around and pick up. You know, you had like a plastic bag, a bag of weed, and one of the features was even that, you know, you had the character 7 who you could go and he would say, hey, I'll give you $20 if you can find me a bag of weed. And then you could walk around the map, find a bag of weed, and take him a bag of weed, and he'd give you $20. But those little objects, they were very boring. They just kind of sat on the screen and didn't do anything. So and I'll show you what I mean. Now, I don't have this working entirely. So hopefully, let's do this instead. Let's do that. So I don't have the objects working entirely. You can't pick them up right now. Before you could pick up the bags and you could take it to 7. That doesn't work right now, but that's not a big deal. So here's an object right here. Am I recording sound? Okay, I just want to make sure I'm recording sound. So here's an object right here. You got your bag, and like I said, you can't pick it up anymore. That's broken right now. I need to re-add that. You got your Zyklon B. You've got a plastic bag. You've got all kinds of. Sorry. Here's the bag of weed right here. You've got all these little things, but none of them are moving. The only thing that's moving is the character itself, and of course the vehicles. Now the vehicles, to the astute viewer, you might notice that the scaling on the vehicles is messed up. If you look at the black car, it is actually rather small, like right there. See how small that is? But again, there's all these little things that while I was making these changes, I had to change other stuff. So there's these little things that still need to be fixed. But again, I want to show you the main thing where those little images that were static, they're now animated. So let's see what that looks like in a small context. So what I've done is I have added just a thing of fire. I've just made a little bonfire right next to Tommy's house because I figured that's the kind of thing that somebody of his stature would do. So here is the fire. Eventually, you know, the fire will harm your health and everything if you get too close to it. But right now, you can see that it is just a burning flame. Now, again, this is something that looks very simple, but it's actually very difficult to do within the context of the game. But what I also wanted to show was, let's do this. Now, that was just one flaming ball of fire. What if the entire city of Tucson was on fire? Yes. What if there were riots all around Tucson and the entire city was on fire? So I thought this was funny. People are still driving. There's fire. There's pandemonium. There's chaos. Cats and dogs living together. It just, this can't be sustained. So this is what I've been working on. Now, again, everything else, like fixing the scaling of the cars, being able to pick up the other objects, all of that should come pretty easily. The hard part, I don't want to say the hard part is done, but the majority of the hard part is done. And now we have these nice little animated objects that sit on the map. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's been a long time since I've done an update. Sorry, you'll have to deal with it. Fuck you, and I'll see you next time.